Happy St. Patrick's Day. Hey aficionados, Shawn here, and we've got some green beer to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. This is a very weird yet interesting one from Magnify. It is their Shamrock Shake. So this is a smoothie-style sour brewed with lactose, and it's conditioned on vanilla ice cream, Pandan vanilla, which gives it its green color, and a touch of peppermint. This one is 5.5% ABV. Obviously, this beer is crafted to taste like a Shamrock Shake, which actually I'm not the biggest fan of mint ice cream, although I don't mind Shamrock Shakes. Obviously, when you see this beer, when you hear about this beer, it's going to at least make you curious in a bad way or a good way. I fall kind of somewhere in the middle. Like, I feel like I'm either going to love this or I'm going to hate it. I don't know. I'm really curious to try this out. I mean, this beer is green. It's very, very green. Yeah. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Let's dig in. So, on the aroma, it smells like vanilla. Like, just a lot of vanilla. Like, it reminds me of like some kind of like vanilla like candle or something like that, honestly. Like, maybe a little bit of like a graininess to it. And maybe like a hint of mint. Yeah. Not much else. Definitely smells maybe a little bit creamy. But vanilla with a touch of mint. I mean, that's kind of what it's supposed to smell like, so let's get the taste. Cheers. I mean, it's definitely weird. But it does kind of have the Shamrock Shake flavors to it, you know? Lots of vanilla. Although I don't think it necessarily tastes that much like vanilla ice cream, but a lot of vanilla bean kind of flavor and the mintiness. It does, though, have a little bit of this like kind of grainy maltiness to it that I don't think works that well with the Shamrock Shake flavors. It does have a little bit of like a melted kind of vanilla ice cream kind of flavor, but I feel like it could use a little bit more than that. And even in like the body and the mouthfeel, like it's got a creaminess, but this is honestly, of the smoothie sours that I've had from Magnify, like one of like the thinner bodies. It's still like medium plus, but a lot of the smoothie sours that I've had from Magnify are like full bodied and like really like viscous and like smoothie, like, and of all the ones that should be like really like creamy and thick, like this one that's supposed to kind of taste like a milkshake should be, and it could use a little bit more of that, I think. A little bit more creaminess in the flavor. Like, again, it's lacking a little bit of that sort of vanilla ice cream kind of milkshake flavor, because it doesn't necessarily taste that much like a milkshake. It's kind of weird tasting, but not in a bad way necessarily. There's something about like the maltiness and like the vanilla, or some like maybe that specific kind of vanilla they're using. I don't know. There is some sort of weird kind of flavor going on, but I keep saying that it comes off to me as like a grainy, malty thing that doesn't work that well. Again, it's got medium plus body and does have some creaminess in the mouthfeel. I just wish it was like a little bit more. I wouldn't say it's too sour. In fact, it's a little bit more sweet than sour, but there's a little kiss of kind of like sourness to it. Honestly, there's really not a lot to it. Like, some pretty basic ingredients going on here. Like, it's mostly just like vanilla, graininess, and mint with a little bit of sour and a little bit of creaminess. And again, little bits of like kind of like vanilla ice cream flavor. It's different. Alright, so my final thoughts on Shamrock Shake from Magnify. This one is kind of hard for me to rate. So I don't necessarily think it's good. I don't think it's bad either. And in fact, I like it a little bit more as I drink it. And I do find that it's a beer that's easy to keep going back to, and that's for a couple reasons. The first reason being that it's just so weird and quirky that you just keep tasting it to try and like make sense of what you're even tasting. And the second would be that it's a relatively like mild kind of mellow beer. I think for the most part, they have the essence of Shamrock Shake in this one, and that's also a plus. I do think, again, they could have done a little bit more in terms of making it a little bit more ice cream-like or milkshake-like, like bump up the creaminess and the vanilla ice cream kind of factor a little bit to try and mimic that Shamrock Shake even more. In terms of rating, I think I'm going to give it a C+. I just kind of have a hard time going any higher than that. Even when I first tasted it, I probably started right around like a C in my head, and it did kind of go up a little bit from there. And maybe, it's St. Patrick's Day, so we're grading on a little bit of a curve, I guess. I mean, it's a green beer on St. Patrick's Day, and it's a fun one, and it's a memorable one. It's not something that I would necessarily like go out of my way to chase down again. I'm glad I tried it though. And if I'm given the choice between drinking this and like a regular Shamrock Shake, I'm probably just going to take the regular Shamrock Shake. But with that said, this is certainly a good beer to drink on St. Patrick's Day and to maybe share with some people on St. Patrick's Day too, now that things are starting to open up again. Have any of you tried Shamrock Shake from Magnify? If so, what do you think of it, and what are some of the beers that you're drinking this St. Patrick's Day? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, drink responsibly and passionately. St. Patrick's Day, any day. And if you're going out to celebrate the St. Patrick's Day, be safe. Thanks for watching.